Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'll be going over another one of my casual 60 card builds, and this one is mostly focused around doing stuff with pests, and a lot of stuff just trying to bring them out, these amount of sack outlets, just keep trying to spin the loops and get everything going with it. And without further ado, I'll just kind of show you what's in the deck and tell you what the cards do. Starting off, we have 3 copies of Zaverick, Queen of the Gorgon, or Queen of the Gugari, my bad, which is a 2/2. Whenever you sacrifice a black creature, you may pay 2 life. If you do, each other player sacrifices a creature. And whenever you sacrifice a green creature, you gain 2 life. After that, we have Dina, Soul Steeper. So 1/3. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. You can pay 1 colorless, sacrifice another creature. Dina's Soul Steeper gets +X/+O. It's on a turn where X is sacrifice creature's power. So you're on 4 of those. Next up, 4 Blood Researchers, which are 2/2 Menace. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Blood Researcher. After that, we have Demogoth Woe Eater. It's a 7/6. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. When you sacrifice Demogoth Woe Eater, each opponent discards a card. You draw a card, and you gain 2 life. See a few of those guys. No, 4 of them. Then we have 2 Dedgemore Witch, which is a 3/2 Menace. Ward, pay 3 life, and has Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. After that, we have a few singletons here. We have Vexing Pest. It's a 3/2. Other pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders you control get +1/+1. When Vexing Pest dies, you gain 4 life. Then we have Valentin, Dino the Vane. It's a 1/1 Menace lifelink. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. If you do, you may pay 2 colorless. If you do, create a 1/1 black pest creature token with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. After that, we have Braids, a Risen Nightmare. It's a 3/3. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. And then our last creature here is Beldros Witherbloom. It's a 4/4 flying. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 black insect, 1/1 black and green pest creature token. With, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Pay 10 life, untap all lands you control, activate only once each turn. After that, we move down to our spells here, which we have 4 pest summonings, which simply are create 2 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. After that, we have 4 copies of Hunt for Specimens. Create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life, and has Learn. Although technically the Learn part's really not that important to me. Send the Pests. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Create X 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens, where when this creature dies, you gain 1 life, where X is sacrifice creature's power. So, 2 copies of that. Then we have 2 copies of Molder Vine Reclamation. Whenever a creature you control dies, you gain 1 life and draw a card. After that, we have 2 copies of Blight Mound. Attacking pests you control get +1/+0 and have Menace. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. After that, we move on to a few singletons here. We have Pest Infestation. Destroy up to X target artifacts and or enchantments. Create twice X 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. After that, we have Sanguine Bond. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. But can't have that without the other side of the fun combo there. Hunger the Ancient One, or Exquisite Bond. No, Exquisite Blood, my bad. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. So, infinite loss gain combo right there between those 2. Then we have Alhamarit's Archive. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life. If you would draw a card, except for your first one you draw each turn. Your draw steps, my bad. Draw 2 cards instead. Then lastly, we have Rushed Rebirth. Choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. For our lands, we have 8 swamps, 9 forests, 9 forests, and then we have ourselves Dracula's Tomb, which is Phyrexian Tower. Tap, add a colorless, or tap, sacrifice creature, add 2 black. Now, Gregory Rot Farm. It's battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, return a land you control it to the owner's hand. It can be tapped for a black and a green. And Necrobloom Snarl. As Necrobloom Snarl enters the battlefield, you may reveal a swamp or forest from your hand. If you don't, Necrobloom Snarl enters the battlefield tapped, and you tap it for a black or a green. And with that, that brings the little showing of another one of my decks to a close. I hope y'all enjoyed another look into one of my random little 60-card commander deck. Not commander, 60-card casual decks, and hope to see you in the next video.